Welcome back to STL TV Live. I'm Sarah Bernard, and my first guests work with the children of refugees and immigrants to help them acquire English language skills. Here to talk about the English Tutoring Project are Maureen DePriest and Sister Rosemary Russell. Welcome to STL TV.
Thank you for having us to be here.
You know, right here in St. Louis, it's so amazing and interesting that we have such an immigrant population that we need tutors to go in and teach the children English. So how long have you all been around?
Well, the English Tutoring Project was formed 15 years ago.
Okay.
And it was really formed through the Leadership Conference of Women Religious. The sisters saw a need. We had an influx of immigrants, and particularly in South City.
Right.
And they saw a need that the children needed a step up on their education. So they formed this tutoring program.
So it started here, right here in St. Louis.
Yes, it did.
And it's specific to St. Louis. And has the program over the last 15 years grown, Sister Rosemary?
Yes, we started out with like about 55 students, 55 or 60. Then we took in more schools, and so the enrollment went up. And then some schools merged or consolidated, and we went down a little bit, and now we're back up to 105 students last year.
In four different
Catholic
parochial schools.
Elementary schools.
Okay, so tell us which schools you're in.
We're in St. John the Baptist, St. Francis Cabrini, St. Cecilia's, and Immaculate Heart of Mary.
Okay, so 4 different schools now, and school's about to start, so
right, St. Cecilia started today.
Yeah, that's great. So now, do you find that, are the students coming in at all grade levels?
Yes, we have children from kindergarten through 8th grade.
Kindergarten through 8th grade. And Maureen, are you finding that the students sometimes are coming in with absolutely no English?
Absolutely. The level of language proficiency differs per child. So we have to take special care each particular child to really assess them and figure out where their learning needs are.
So what's that like? Sister Rosemary, you're one of the instructors in the schools. How many instructors do you have?
There are 5 of us.
Okay.
2 of them are part-time, but so it's like 3.5 full-time.
Yeah, right. So is it challenging, and do you teach the students at the most beginning level together, and then as they progress through the years, you're seeing them less and less? How does that work?
Well, we take children either individually or in small groups, depending upon their needs. Kindergarten students are almost always about the same and almost always need or like new English learners. So we work with them in various different groupings in each of the different schools.
Yeah. And Maureen, I know you have a long history as an educator. Do you find that the teachers and the principals at the schools are identifying the students, or how do you?
It's a very collaborative effort between the principals, the tutors, and the educators. Everyone comes together to make sure that we have targeted the children that need the services. We all work together, both quantitatively and qualitatively, getting the data together to make sure that the children are identified, and then we put them in programmatically to suit their learning needs.
Okay, yeah, so that makes sense. And Sister Rosemary, what are some of the challenges that you have found working with these students for 15 years?
Well, some of the challenges are we have students from 10 different countries on an average each year, and we only speak English with them. And
you do,
and they sometimes they only know Vietnamese or Spanish or whatever, and so that is a challenge. But we like it that way because we want them to speak English, and so. And
that's a good way for them to learn.
That's the only way that they learn.
And that's what they're hearing in their other classrooms as well.
Right, that's their full English in their other classrooms.
What about speaking with their families? Is that difficult? Because in a lot of cases, probably their parents also don't speak much English. Is that correct?
That's true. We find that usually maybe the father speaks some English because of his workplace, and oftentimes the mothers do not have much English. We see ourselves as working partners with the school and with the teachers, so our direct line of communication is usually with the teachers, and then maybe with the teachers we meet with parents, and a lot of times that does involve translators. but it works.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so, it's really great, and it's amazing. 10 different countries, 100 plus students that you're directly helping every single year, and it's really enriching for our community to have this as well. So we're going to take a quick break. Maureen, I want you to stick around because I want to talk more about how we can get involved as St. Louisans in what you're doing. And sister, thank you so much for sharing all of your information about working directly with these students. We'll be back to learn more about the English Tutoring Project after this break.